Hey guys, welcome to Belgian Hikers. We are still on a mission to find you the best hiking and backpacking food. We've covered meal replacements, we brought you cold soak recipes, but today we're going straight for the high end of freeze-dried meals by testing out Real Turmat's lineup of outdoor meals. Is that Real, like Real Madrid, or Turmat? We tested out 6 of their dehydrated warm meals, 400 to 700 calories each, so perfect for an evening meal after a hike. Some of these taste amazing, and you don't have to take our word for it. We've partnered with X Food to give away our favorite Real Turmat meals. If you don't know X Food, they are an online store from the Netherlands that specializes in expedition food. It's a great company run by experienced hikers and climbers, and they have a wide selection of top brands as well as speedy delivery. They were also kind enough to provide us with a 10% discount code that you can use for all your orders. More details about the giveaway later in this video. If you've never heard of Real Turmat, let me give you the elevator pitch. They are a Norwegian company, part of Drytech, and they have a different kind of approach to making outdoor meals, where they don't just throw freeze-dried ingredients together, but they instead cook the old-fashioned way, letting all the flavors come together and then dehydrate the meal as a whole. They're not the only ones doing it that way, not the only company, but most of them don't, and it does have an impact on taste. It's also more labor intensive, and that shows because Real Turmat is definitely on the pricey side of hiking meals, costing between 11 and 15 euros for a warm meal. That's about $12 to $17, but good luck finding Real Turmat in the US. Is it bad that I kind of enjoy something high-end and hiking related being Europe only for once? Is it? They'll live. Now honestly, I was initially a bit hesitant to spend that much money on a hiking meal when I know that you can get meals for 5 euros. But then I realized that I don't actually have any qualms at all about spending a lot more money on a meal when I'm on a regular vacation, and arguably less in dire need of a good warm meal, so it all depends on your perspective. However, when you charge more than the competition, as Real does, you obviously do have to back it up with taste. So, about that taste.
Ja, wil je? Nee. Wat? En waar is het dan? Amai. Dit is wel heel lekker. Nou, dit is echt lekker.
Zoiets zou ik thuis klaarmaken. Echt. Ja.
Een lekkere kruidenmix op. Het is zeker niet te pikant, het is ook niet flauw.
Heel ruikt de vis erin.
Kom je bij papa even zitten?
Ik heb hem!
Zou je?
Heel volle smaak. Je proeft de stukken vis. In tegenstelling tot wat ik zou verwachten, is de vis echt zo vast nog. De kruiding is zeer evenwichtig. Redelijk zout, maar het stoort niet. Het proeft alsof het juist vers gemaakt is.
Het voelt ook wel zeer vol aan. Wortelen, patatten, ja, de kabeljauw.
Voor zo'n verpakte maaltijd is dit wel echt outstanding. Maar
Wat onmiddellijk opvalt, moest je een kabeljauwfilet hebben, dan heb je van die kleine schijfjes, die proef je, die voel je in de mond. Je zou niet zeggen dat dit uit een pakje komt. Ik denk zelf dat ik net op een graad heb gebeten.
Real Turmat's recipes are not especially far-fetched. They have a lot of classics like spaghetti bolognese and chicken curry. There are a few nods to Scandinavian cuisine like reindeer stew. There's also a number of vegetarian and vegan options. We tested the Thai red curry, which turned out to be an instant favorite.
Amai. Oh. Smaakexplosie. Het is een exotische smaak uiteraard voor Thai curry. Een heel licht pikante toets. Oh, maar heel goed.
Ik zou wel goede stukken. Is dat gehakt in? Vegan.
Ik had iets veel pikanter verwacht. Ondanks dat het niet is wat ik verwacht had, is de smaak wel heel lekker. Na een dag in het buitenleven en stappen, hiken, als je dit kan eten, ja, daar word je gelukkig van. Ja. Gelijk ik verwacht had, bacalhau, dat is redelijk zout en de maaltijd hier is ook redelijk zout. Ik vind het de minst lekkere van de maaltijden die ik tot nu toe geproefd heb. Maar ik moet eerlijk zijn, dat is nog altijd veel beter dan hetgeen wat ik tot nu toe als kant-en-klare maaltijden heb meegenomen.
Die smaakt zo wat tomaat uit, een beetje ook inderdaad aan de zoutere kant. Niet de topper vind ik van vanavond, maar wel oké om te eten hoor, zeker wel.
In terms of nutrition, the real Turmat meals seem to contain a bit more fat than some of the other brands we've tested and relatively fewer carbs. Protein is about the same. I can't really offer you a lot of insight into what that would mean for you, as a lot of it depends on what the rest of your diet looks like and how strenuous your activities are during the day. For me personally, there's not a lot in here that would make me choose one brand over another. Maybe if you, for some reason, you are looking to cut down on fat, then maybe it's a good idea to stay away from both the excellent cod and curry sauce and from the somewhat less excellent bacalhau.
Deze is echt waar, deze is een boemer. Ah, wel, het is die kabeljauw.
Ja, maar deze heeft dus gewoon 100 kilocalorieën meer.
Ik weet wel, ik ga kopen de volgende keer.
Another reason why we're not huge fans of the bacalhau is that it only has 405 calories per serving. And frankly, that is not a lot, especially if this is going to be your only warm meal of the day. You can get more calories from a single Snickers bar. Now, adventure food may not be anywhere near as refined as real Turmat, but they make meals of 600 calories each. Whatever recipe you choose, it's always 600 calories. And I personally think that's a more reasonable number for dinner. Firepot is another interesting brand that we might review in the future, and they have a different approach where they make basic 500 to 600 calorie meals, but they also have larger servings at about 750 calories. I think both are excellent approaches, and for the most part, real Turmat's caloric content is perfectly fine, but the bacalhau would not be among our top picks.
Ja, stop.
Ga natuurlijk bacalhau. Hier. Ga natuurlijk bacalhau. Hé man, wat is dat? Ja, dan gaan we volgend desperado.
Dat kan niet, ja. Chicken curry.
Ja.
Nou. Oh ja, maar ik heb deze wel graag.
Het is de meest spicy maaltijd ook. Van
Het is
degene die we geproefd
inderdaad de
hebben.
meest spicy maaltijd, maar nog altijd wel oké. Het is niet dat je zegt van nu moet ik direct een banaan eten of iets drinken.
Een banaan eten.
Ja, banaan is goed tegen...
Ik zou met een koolsoop
Deze
bijna inhalen voor dit.
Ja, deze is fucking goed. Hè?
Ja.
Zie, dat is wel weinig, man.
Ja, maar ik ga eerst verdelen.
Zeg, dit is
Oh,
wat
er is wel
Hey,
kabeljauw
er is nog echte
Hey,
kebab.
al is er kabeljauw gehad.
Ah, dat is goed hier.
Er is nog echte kebab. Ja, mensen van ons allemaal.
Ik vind de vleessmaak niet echt, ja, de kebabsmaak vind ik niet echt.
Niet slecht, maar er waren veel betere.
Ik vind het een beetje aan de flauwe kant. Zeker na de vorige maaltijden. Maar ik ga het toch allemaal opeten.
For some reason, Alex had a small issue with not being able to open the packaging. I don't think he was actively trying to make a fool of himself, though, well, you never know.
Ik voel me precies terug een 4-jarig manneke dat probeert zijn kindersurprise open te krijgen.
I don't think it's all that different from other brands' packaging, but I can't imagine it being a small inconvenience in winter when you're trying to open a pack with frozen fingers. Okay, some other small stuff that we like before we get to the conclusion. All the meals have at least 5 years of shelf life. There's clear info about allergens on the packaging, and Real Turmat has a real focus on sustainability in terms of energy consumption, reducing food waste, working with local in-season ingredients, and working on recyclable packaging. Imagine you have a glass of wine every evening, and you're perfectly happy drinking a €5 bottle from your local supermarket. And then a friend comes over one day and brings you an amazing €15 bottle, and it's so good that the next day, your regular glass of wine doesn't really do it for you anymore. Has that friend really done you a favor? That kind of sums up my thoughts about Real Turmat. Not everything they make is equally amazing, but the good stuff, is really good. It's also really expensive compared to most of the competition. So it's up to you. If you want the best, give it a try. If you are perfectly happy with the taste of your hiking meals, maybe it's a good idea to stay away from real Turmat. Unless, of course, you can get it for free. We promised you a giveaway, and here it is. The first 10 viewers who share a Belgian hiker's video on Facebook, doesn't matter which video, with hashtags RealTurmat and XFood, get a choice of one of our favorite meals from this review, including shipment to Belgium or the Netherlands. Many thanks to XFood for making this giveaway possible. Be sure to check them out if you're shopping for your next hike. They have an amazing array of great outdoors food. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
Het is op, hè.